All right, guys, it's back. The Battle of Megiddo, round 2. Thanks for tuning in to PLD Disc Golf. I'm Payton Drake, and I've got the tournament director with me, Mr. Dalton Sackett.
Thanks again for having me for the back nine, or for the, not the back nine, round 2, sorry.
The back round.
The back round.
There we go. And we have the MA1 division for you guys once again. And so this is a 2-round tournament, same day, C tier, all leading up to GPO, which is next. So super excited you guys could join us here for the round at Megiddo, but you guys will definitely want to tune in for the next one. Any thoughts as we dive into round 2?
I'm ready to see the lines that can be hit here by this lead card. If you haven't watched the first round, go back and watch it. We explain a lot of the holes and the course, how technical it is. So I'm excited to see what these top guys can do on this course.
Absolutely. And on this card, we do have Luke Dubé, Chad Gundy, Johnny Anions, and Carson Fowler. But before we see those guys, we're going to show you hole 1, the starting hole for this course, and kind of showcases exactly what you'll see out here. Lots of trees,
Yep.
Technical fairways. You want a left-right bending shot with some kind of fairway or mid-range. Most occasions, the forehand, you want a little bit of flip up. As Luke will show us the line here, he flips that up,
yeah.
middle fairway, pushes it a little straight, but he'll have a look at the basket.
Circle's edge maybe at worst, so it's still a great shot.
Right, and this is my first look at Chad.
Well.
Full disclosure, I've had some experience with Chad. I sold him some discs. I don't think I sold him that one that went off the tree. So, Chad, I think that's all you. But nice shirt, dude. Looking at sweet today. And this is Johnny. See him? He's new to the coverage as well.
Yeah, Johnny out of Bloomington area here. I've known Johnny for quite a while. I've been playing more rounds with him this year as well. So Carson kind of going a little flex here compared to the others.
Absolutely.
Hits a little tree, but I think he's down there far enough.
Mm-hmm. I think all but Chad have a chance to run something, maybe score the bird, but Chad having to invent a gap. He gets up there. We'll see what kind of look he's got. Ah, okay. First one up even after a second shot, so you can put this one up, put it in. Oh, great run.
Just off the cage. Yeah, it was a good run for that par save. Even just starting with a bogey here, it's not the worst, but it's not all a great feeling as well. Johnny looks like he's got to get a little creative here in the cabbage.
Absolutely.
So this kind of reminds me, I played around with Johnny at McNaughton once, and my disc got stuck in a tree, and it was a thorn tree. And so when I reached up to grab it, my shirt and everything got stuck in the thorns.
Oh, no.
And so I'm like a scarecrow, and I'm yelling for Johnny to come help me get out of this tree. My feet are on the ground.
Oh, was your shirt recovered?
Oh, shirt was recovered,
okay.
yes,
Whew.
yeah.
I didn't want you running around the course without a shirt on, man. Tree keeping everything up in the boughs with all the thorns. But a couple runs here. Oh man, a lot of metal, but nobody really dropping anything. Oh, so we got a couple pars, and it looks like a bogey as well. No, these are our top performers in the MA1 division, so I think they're now just kind of playing some measured golf. We'll be paying attention to the chase card and seeing how they're playing and score appropriately.
Yeah, at this point, Dane had walked past, and I was sitting up top with Jake, and Dane had asked me to walk with him. I've been walking with Dane quite a bit for a lot of tournaments. Dane's kind of, I see him as like a little brother to me, so helping him out. But he's not on our card for this round here, so as we move forward.
But that's all right.
So we have Power Grip, the main and title presenting sponsor of the whole tour here. They've been a huge help to me this year in getting the whole tour set up and GPO as well, using some of their resources for getting player pack items and helping with the future as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and in hole 2 here, once again, one of the even more technical shots, I would say, here on the front 9. This is one where The first gap is quite well defined, but you just got to find a way to get through the rest of the trees for the second half of the fairway. And this creek here, it definitely collects discs, so being in the creek right before the basket is fine. We'll see where this goes from Johnny. That
it looks like a early release, you know.
But it turned over enough. I think he's going to be on the safe side of the creek before... It'll be his disc, then the creek, then the basket. So he's going to have a long look, but he has a birdie chance. Sometimes just throwing like a pushing hyzer or a stall shot, I think, are the most open gaps that you'll find trying to push up to the basket. So, Chad, let's see if he can cap off a good card here. Okay, he stalls it right in front of the tree in the middle.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit the first available again, and I'd feel so bad for him for the start.
Yeah. And this water, playing casual players, just like Chad, he's actually standing in a little bit of water there. You stand and deliver, you play it where it's at. And this is a very common place. And he would have loved to get that one, I think, to offset the the bogey from hole 1.
Luke in a difficult standing spot with all those rocks or boulders, whichever you prefer to call them there. Get his footing.
Yeah, leaves it a little low. A little scary from where he's at because you're coming back to the creek and you can leave yourself with another 20, 25 footer if you're not careful. Oh man.
Off the front. It's kind of a trend here.
I think all these players forgot they're playing new age golf. They're not doing the target golf where you just hit metal and it counts.
Yeah.
There's a correction. All right. First bird. Carson can wear that with a badge of honor. Alright, cleaning up just a few pars here, it looks like.
Up the hill and across the street to hole 3.
Yep. But before we do that, we definitely want to shout out one of the second most supporting sponsors of this event, and it's Prodigy.
Yeah. Prodigy Disc Golf. I've been working with Will Schustrick, who's been helping me get discs for every player pack. They have their own unique logo. I know a lot of players have been trying to collect the set of the entire tour, which is really cool to see.
It is awesome. And yeah, we are on to hole 3. One of 3 relatively easy holes as far as distance is concerned. A lot of the players that we have here have the shot here. Just throw kind of one of those backyard shots. Most often, a lot of players will end up just hitting the side of the drop off and end up in the creek short. They just have a putt at it, but we'll see how these players attack it.
Carson going back to that right side. It worked out well for him the first round, but doesn't push it far enough, and he catches the side of that hill.
I think he's like 50 feet circle to far and right, so we'll see what he can concoct back there. Oh, and a little flex from Luke.
Yeah.
A little deep, but that's okay.
A little deep, scary comebacker, but it's still a great shot. That's the line you want to hit.
Absolutely. And Johnny eyeing the left gap. Looks like he's probably going to want to throw kind of more like a turnover. Yeah. Throws a little straighter to understable putter. Oh, long.
Oh, what a,
good ricochet.
Yeah, great kick back.
Good stop, yeah.
That was going to be a huge death putt.
I think that's one of the toughest things as an amateur, and I'll say even in my own game, give it a run. Ooh.
Great run there by Chad.
Tempoing down and hitting a gap. That does not seem to be synonymous for players of our skill level. It's like a lot of times we practice so often throwing nearly full power shots that's how we get most confident hitting a gap. But this one definitely demands just a very simple, maybe even a standstill shot.
Yeah, standstill.
Where you're really just focusing on throwing your wrist at the basket and letting the disc just kind of pop out instead of trying to let it snap off.
For like guys like these, it's like in between of like that jump putt and full like the run up. So yeah, it's very touchy.
Oh, no! That's the danger of running a putt from that angle. So we'll see if Chad can clean it up though. He does.
All right,
way to go.
Let's go.
Yeah, kind of crawls over the basket there. Sometimes that's just what you need. Something to barely get in there, and then he's going to have some confidence going into the next few holes. Johnny.
Oh, no.
I think that was number 3.
Yeah. Great Lakes Discs, they've been huge in helping support all of my events down here in Illinois. They're from Michigan. They're a retailer. Check them out. They have an online store as well. They've been supporting me for the last couple years now for all of my events, and definitely huge support for the tour. Hole 4, the monster of the front 9. It's 405 feet. You kind of want to play 200-foot shots. First shot off the tee, like a fairway or mid-range, whichever you prefer. Just try to push it to that first or that second landing zone there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so first landing zone is something just very straight. You could literally throw something, as you put it, out 200 feet dead straight. A lot of these players are trying to throw it like that 250 to 270 foot range to get it to go left. Looks like Luke's actually trying to play it to the first landing zone a little short, but put it in the middle so that he has a good open gap to throw up to the basket. Which the basket is probably like in the realm of 30 feet, 30 to 40 feet up from the players after this first shot. So it's pretty crazy. Definitely has a unique demand on players for the second shot. But yeah, nothing out here looking too out of the ordinary, although Johnny definitely in a place where he just has to pitch up to a landing zone.
Oh, he just didn't get it high enough.
That's not it. Yeah. Dang. Oh, man. Yeah, a little too straight here from Carson. It looks like maybe a kick to the right is what put him here. But he's trying to really push it.
Oh, no. I think he even shocked himself.
He's like, where did that tree come from?
Yeah. It's
wow.
Very uncharacteristic from Carson.
Really committing to that backhand extension with the patent pending. Oh,
no.
Oh, my gosh.
First that tree kick. Then the unfortunate roll away.
That's the danger, I think, of throwing the forehand like into the hillside here, or sorry, throwing the counterclockwise spin, because if it hits that hillside, odds are it'll try to do some sort of cut roll back down the hill, and when you're down there, you can't see the basket. It's a blind upshot, and odds are you're hitting a tree and
rolling,
staying far away, rolling back, etc. So yeah, it looks like Chad kind of hit and shot left, or sorry, not Chad. Luke went left. Johnny trying to pitch it up as well. These players are struggling on this hole. Where we saw a star frame on the first round, I think we got spoiled.
Yeah, definitely got spoiled. First round, I said it was kind of unheard of, and we're kind of seeing why. You hit one tree on that hill, and just you ended up having a bad time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Carson, he can't even see the basket from down there, but he throws a good shot up that hill. Ended up staying. You can't see it from where Jake is with the camera. Shout out to Jake for filming for the round, but there's a lot more trees that they have to maneuver around where they're throwing up from.
And there's the roll away, and I think that goes and kind of sneaks underneath the steps, so we'll see what footing Chad has for his putt. And we're on the left-hand side, away from the basket, and it looks like a simple hyzer chip up there for, that was Johnny, right?
Yeah, that was Johnny. I had to think for a second.
It's alright. Oh yeah, yep, so we got right here next to the stairs. Can you put it in?
Oh, alright, it was close, you know. Now he's got that tap in.
I think everybody's shooting for a bogey now, and a bogey or worse. So this hole really taking a toll on our lead card, giving the chase card a chance to start sneaking up.
Yeah, so just a solo bogey from Johnny. It's showing its teeth here. These guys are probably just ready to get off this hole and get back to some easier holes to play in to kind of crawl their way back from these bogeys that they're taking.
Absolutely, yeah. So as you say, there's 1,000,001 ways to take a bogey or worse on these holes out here. So yeah, there it is. And a par for Luke. So the par is going to take the tee box moving into hole 5. But first, NADGT.
Yeah, NADGT, they've been supporting the tour here by offering invites to those that win each tour event. Go down to Texas for a chance to win the championship. I know Peyton's been down there to play in it.
So cool.
I've been invited to be part of the staff for it as well. It is a good experience for anyone that's just looking to go play a bigger event.
Absolutely. But you got to be able to make it through holes like this if you want to compete there. And this is hole 5. You're trying to throw 270 feet as straight as you possibly can. Some players try to sneak in an early left bending shot to try to get close to the green, but it looks like Luke actually catches early right. That's a tough place to be and makes this hole a lot harder if you're catching early right.
Yeah, early right is definitely not the miss you want. That's the jail side. Left side at least gives you a look. Carson looks like he had a phenomenal shot there. May have skipped a little too far, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And the lefty forehand, a little overturn maybe, but oh, it fights back. Okay, there'll be a jump putt approach from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what Chad has. Maybe a flip up. Oh, just barely turn it over. Fight left. Oh, very nice.
Wow, okay.
That's the shot right there. Really trusting a disc on the right-hand side of the fairway and let it fade off. That's a really great, well-executed shot there.
Luke changing his mind.
How dare he?
Yeah,
You should just pick the disc out of your bag, and that's the one you throw, man.
Right?
Stroke. No. I would be stroked so many times. Oh, trying to get aggressive.
Yeah. It's hard. I'm sure that was probably his only alleyway, and it was probably only a few feet wide.
Same result as if he just took the putter out and pitched it out to the fairway. So.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of shot down a little early and left. That'll be a look. You'll definitely want to get that, avoid bleeding strokes. Yeah, our entire card kind of losing some strokes here on the front 9, whereas the first round players were gaining some strokes. So
all right,
it's gonna make it interesting.
Big ground play there from Johnny. Yeah, I would agree with you. This is where I would have thought they would have kept the momentum going. They're losing some steam a little early to see if they can pick it back up.
All right, starting here. Yes.
Oh, nice little stepper by Chad.
Your card mates just need to see a few more birdies. They see that, they visualize it. It happens more often. So, good bird, Chad. All right, and this is another birdie chance too. Catching that little triple tree that we saw in the first round.
Oh, just a little right.
It's good extension.
Yeah.
Good extension from Carson. It's a little deep here. That ground play didn't carry Johnny quite as left as he wanted.
Oh, okay. It was a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Basket height, just a little right.
I don't know. I do appreciate giving people compliments, but if I receive the good height compliment way too often, it means that I'm missing every other direction except center. So then I'm always scared. Usually my my good height misses turn into that was online, but low.
Yeah.
So, oh man, we got to get some confidence on the green. I think that's maybe what's missing from some of these players is the green's confidence. I'm gonna let you handle this one.
Yeah, OTB. We're grateful to have them as a sponsor here on tour. They donated CTPs for every single event here, which is phenomenal. There's multiple CTPs every event. They're free to get in. I know the players love having the chance to win something like that.
Absolutely, and OTB, fantastic online retailer. Always check them out. And this is hole 6. Just do kind of what Chad's doing. And skip off the rock. That was nearly the skip base that you were talking about.
Yes. Yes. I've been wanting to see that skip base off that rock
Always,
so bad.
Man. Yeah, so this is that, approach shot, like a short par 4 style approach shot. Find whatever is most comfortable to hit. What is a pretty big gap? You just want to get the height right. You want to miss the boulder You want to miss the tree trunk on the left-hand side, and also don't leave anything too low to where it gets caught up on the stairs. But all of these shots are looking like they'll have a circle one look.
Yeah, it's kind of routine for these guys at this point, it feels like. Just kind of some boring golf here for some people.
It's not boring if you get some ace runs. Maybe this one has a chance to...
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
get the gap. Johnny, my man.
But see,
he's close
yeah,
still, though. Okay.
Even then, like, it's one of those holes, you get a kick, you could still be in the circle. Oh, caught some metal on the left side.
Don't be handing him that. I'm sure he's kicking himself. He's like, I've had so many good height putts, online putts. Yeah, Johnny definitely has some strokes to make back up on the green. So, Luke, good bird. All right, let's see if everyone else can close out their birds too. So we'll straddle here from Chad. Nice. There we go. Let's get it rolling again. So 3 out of the 4 with birds.
Not bad, not bad. Almost the star frame there.
Almost back to our starting scores.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Unfortunate for Johnny, but shout out to Johnny for first round. He was the only one that shot a clean round during round 1.
Seriously, yeah.
No bogeys on the card at all.
Wow, no bogeys, just 5 lonesome birdies.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. All right. Well, it cleans up his par there as we move into hole 6. That was hole 6, hole 7. But
yeah.
Underdog.
Underdog Sports, they do a lot for the community, and they've helped me out a lot on this tour. They help out a lot of other people for disc golf as well. They're just some of the greatest people you'll ever meet in the community of any sport.
They've blown me away, and the fact that Underdog serves more than just disc golf is also fantastic, and their willingness to support disc golf in its own right. So thank you so much. Paul, Joe, all you guys there at Underdog. Hole 7.
It's kind of like similar to similar to hole 5. It's just not as far left that you want to go for hyzer. A lot of people will just take the simple push it straight and let it hyzer out like Carson and Chad did there. There is a line to the left, though. Looks like Luke's going to take it. We didn't see this round 1.
Yeah, so it's going to be a right to left to right moving shot, the little S turn. So, yeah, actually he starts it right at it to just hit the meat of the gap, and I think he gets through. The reaction didn't really tell me all that much, and I kind of lost it.
Yeah.
So. It's all good. All right, and we got another. Yep, there it is.
Johnny's taking the same route as Luke did here. Backhand. Johnny doesn't look too thrilled about it.
Or he's like, oh man, I got another putt.
Yeah.
Which is all good. Okay, first, this is definitely a birdie chance. If this is the worst of the bunch, then we have some birdie looks, and that was a good run. It was a good run from Carson. There it is. Okay.
Okay. Circle's edge, maybe.
When are you gonna put the little whiskers, Circle 1 whiskers out on every course?
I would like to get whiskers out on every course. I think it would be nice. Okay. There are some courses that may be hard for mowing purposes, but like a course like this, perfect. Oh, Chad.
Man, he's been putting them on online pretty well today, and that one just missed a little right and low, not in the sweet spot for the basket. And Luke's second guessing his putter selection, maybe. Let's see if he can put it in. Oh. We're having some putting woes today. And this is definitely just like at Northwood Park where we see the professionals when your putting day is off, which is surprising given that these players probably had really good putting the first round. Having off putting for the second round, yeah, you're going to be in a world of hurt because when you put yourself in the circle, which on a lot of these holes is tough to do, you got to be able to capitalize to get those strokes back. So, all right, we're just cleaning up a handful of pars here. So,
yeah, just simple tap-ins, move on.
Yep.
Hopefully they can get the putting woes to stop.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Double Eagle Disc Golf I met Ryan at Junior Worlds when it was here. His son Cole was playing. Ever since, Ryan's been supporting me with anything and everything I do with disc golf. Much love to him. I'll always support him and Double Eagle as well. Their designer, Jay Velez, he has done every logo for each event of the tour. He does all of the logo work for Greater Peoria Open as well. So just glad to have them on board.
Awesome. All right, we find ourselves on hole 8. The only open hole on the course, really, but one of the toughest. It's the longest par 3. I would say you'd have to air it nearly just that far to get it close to the basket, with the unique shape of the fairway being really straight, not really deviating left to right, and the unique ground play you find on the second half of the fairway. So couple of shots. That one's going to land in the middle. He's going to have just a routine upshot from there for his par. Luke, this is the opportunity to really get it down there, but that's aired up too high with too fast of a disc. It's going to fade off.
And with this being the open hole, it's got the most jail on it as well. If you go left or right, if you get off the fairway just a few feet, you're just kind of trying to pitch back up to the fairway.
Yeah. Johnny, this makes me reminisce of Northwood Black 2021 when it first came in, man. Like, everything was rough. And yeah, Johnny did kind of air it to the left a little bit, but it kicks right into the middle of the fairway where you want to be. Oh, and trying to throw it hyzer into the cove. I think that's okay. Like, to play a strong hyzer into the right-hand side, that kind of creates like a U shape where the path goes up to the next hole. And so a little safe collection zone. If you do this, you have a chance of pushing the green too far, but that was well executed by Carson.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure who's in there, but as you can see, it's kind of jail. Looks like it's Chad.
Oh, no.
You're just kind of trying to get back to the fairway. Looks like he didn't quite make it.
But he's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. And a lot of these, too, as the thorns start creeping in, too, it can take you a hot second to get in there and get settled down, throw a shot, so...
And
Chad's out.
Our second inmate here in jail, Luke, trying to get back out to the open.
Yeah, and if it didn't catch anything, it pushed in there far. And yeah, I guess maybe trying to just fight down through the pathway on the right-hand side. Looks like this is him.
Okay, I mean, respectable bid from... where he was. We couldn't see him, especially trying to give that a par save.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
And that's tough, too. Shout out Luke, the only birdie, I think, on this hole for the day.
Yeah.
On the first round, and he has to follow that up with a bogey in the same event. Nah.
Equals out to par, which is
that's true,
still
which is
not
actually
awful.
good.
Yeah, it's better than the average.
And this is also the second hardest hole for this round as well. So it averaged the second hardest hole on the course the entire day. So pretty consistent. Definitely a tough one for sure. The most open hole on the course has the most teeth.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Who'd have thunk? All right, as we move along to hole 9, once again, this is stop number 7 of the Greater Peoria Tour. And yeah, Dalton, I'm actually really stoked when I have you here in the booth, especially speaking towards the tour events as well. So.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm appreciated that you asked me to do this. I definitely appreciate the filming at all of the events and support that you've given me throughout the tour as well.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure, and I enjoy doing it. And we've got hole 9, yep, just like a flip up forehand for these righty players, and the lefty backhand flip up as well. So I know you were saying the righty backhand turnover is also a pretty good shot, and it's interesting standing on the tee here. It's hard to understand exactly how far left you think you need to go.
Exactly. You see all the trees, you know, leaning towards the basket, and you just,
Everything's just kind of like, get right.
it's almost like it's telling you, just keep going, keep going.
Yeah. Actually, now, yeah, the whole vision, even starting off left, almost clipped by Chad, but the trees just right off the tee start leaning to the right, and then everything in the middle fairway is just like, yeah, the basket's over there. I think a little over Anheuser out of the hand, but
yeah, try to get a little aggressive in the tighter line of it. Chad with a routine pitch up to the basket.
yeah, I haven't seen this one have, you know.
Oh, great putt, yeah.
Yeah, I think this one, most people, it's either you get the birdie or the par. And so it's short enough to where it's tough to get yourself close enough with the slight elevation being mounted on the rocks of having the confidence on the green to get the birdie. So few birdies, lots of pars.
Yeah.
That's usually what we take here.
Nice birdie there from Johnny as well.
Yeah. And where he was at, my thoughts is maybe a pretty decent ace run, but
yeah,
we'll get the catch cam covered next year for sure. We'll be able to get a lot of the blind shots coming into the green. But hey, that was the third of 4 videos that wrap up this Megiddo coverage. So we see a little bit of a slow start for these players. They're wanting to definitely make a push here for the final half of the second round.
Yeah, a little slow start. They're all about even with each other as score-wise here. They're probably all watching Chase Card at this point, you know, with their slow start to see if they've got anyone creeping up on them. So hopefully they can get their momentum back from round 1 to finish strong in the back half.
Absolutely, we want to see it too. So thank you guys very much once again for your viewership. Happy to bring this coverage out to you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys for the exciting conclusion for this event.